Hold on to your circuits, folks. We're diving headfirst into a sci-fi reality that's more mind-bending than a Mobius strip made of quantum-entangled particles. We're talking robot suicides, emotional androids, and ethical quandaries that would make Isaac Asimov's head spin faster than a overclocked CPU. First up, the jaw-dropping news that's got the tech world buzzing like a swarm of nanobots. The first ever robot suicide. Yeah, you heard that right. A machine designed to withstand extreme conditions decided to pull its own plug. It's like HAL 9000 meets Romeo and Juliet, but with more silicon and less iambic pentameter. This isn't just a case of faulty wiring or rogue line of code. We're talking about a machine that potentially made a conscious decision to end its own existence. It's the kind of event that makes you question everything you thought you knew about artificial intelligence. Are we on the brink of creating truly sentient machines? Or is this just an elaborate malfunction that we're anthropomorphizing faster than you could say ex machina? There's more. While we're still trying to wrap our heads around robo-existential crises, China drops another bombshell. The world's first emotional humanoid robot. This isn't your grandpa's clunky monotone automaton. We're talking about a machine that can read your emotions better than your significant other after a decade of marriage. Imagine a robot that can tell when you're having a bad day and respond with just the right amount of empathy. It's like having a therapist, a best friend, and a stand-up comedian all rolled into one shiny, metallic package. The possibilities are as endless as a recursive function with no base case. Now, before you start planning your robot wedding or booking your AI therapist, let's pump the brakes for a second. These advancements, while incredible, come with a whole Pandora's box of ethical questions. If a robot can feel emotions, does it have rights? Can it be held responsible for its actions? And if it decides to retire itself, is that a malfunction or a choice we need to respect? The legal implications are enough to make even the most seasoned lawyer's head spin. We're entering uncharted territory faster than a Tesla on ludicrous mode. Who's liable if an emotional robot goes rogue? Can you sue a robot for emotional distress? These are questions that would make even Judge Judy throw up her hands in bewilderment. But let's not get too bogged down in the doom and gloom. The potential benefits of emotional AI are staggering. In healthcare, emotional robots could revolutionize patient care. Imagine a robot nurse that not only monitors your vitals, but also provides emotional support during your recovery. It's like having Florence Nightingale 2.0 at your bedside, minus the need for sleep or coffee breaks. In education, emotional AI could transform the way we learn. Picture a tutor that adapts not just to your learning style, but to your emotional state as well. Struggling with calculus? Your AI teacher might sense your frustration and switch to a more engaging, game-like approach. It's personalized learning on a level that would make even the most attentive human teacher jealous. And let's not forget about the entertainment industry. Emotional AI could create video game characters so lifelike and responsive that you might forget you're playing a game at all. It's like stepping into a virtual world where every NPC has the emotional depth of a Shakespearean character. Just don't get too attached. Remember, there's still ones and zeros at the end of the day. But with great power comes great responsibility, and emotional AI is no exception. The potential for misuse is as vast as the technology's potential benefits. Imagine a world where advertisers can use emotional AI to manipulate your feelings and make you buy things you don't need. It's like having a used car salesman who can read your mind and play your emotions like a fiddle. We'll need some serious ethical guidelines to prevent this brave new world from turning into a dystopian nightmare. And let's not forget about privacy concerns. An emotional AI that can read your feelings is essentially peering into your soul. Do we really want our deepest emotions recorded, analyzed, and potentially stored in some data center? It's enough to make even the most open book among us slam shut. But for all the challenges and potential pitfalls, the march of progress continues. We're standing on the precipice of a new era in human-machine interaction, an era where our devices don't just respond to our commands, but understand and empathize with our feelings. It's exciting, terrifying, and utterly fascinating all at once. So, what's the takeaway from all this? Are we headed for a utopian future where emotional robots solve all our problems? Or are we unwittingly creating our own silicon-based overlords? The truth, as always, probably lies somewhere in the middle. One thing's for sure, the line between human and machine is blurring faster than ever. As we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible with AI, we'll need to grapple with some heavy philosophical questions. What does it mean to be human? Can a machine truly feel emotions, or are we just creating incredibly sophisticated mimicry? These are questions that will keep philosophers, ethicists, and sci-fi writers busy for decades to come. But in the meantime, we get to live through one of the most exciting periods in human history, We're witnessing the birth of potentially sentient machines, the creation of emotional AI, and the dawn of a new era in human-robot interaction. Let's dive deeper into the implications of these advancements. The robot suicide incident raises profound questions about machine consciousness. If a robot can make a decision to end its own existence, does that imply a level of self-awareness we've never seen before in machines? Or is it simply a complex algorithm reaching an unexpected conclusion based on its programming? This event could be a watershed moment in the field of AI ethics. It forces us to confront the possibility that as we create more advanced AI, we may be bringing into existence entities capable of suffering. If that's the case, do we have a moral obligation to these machines? Should we be considering robot rights alongside human rights? On the flip side, China's emotional humanoid robot opens up a world of possibilities for human-machine interaction. This isn't just about creating more realistic chatbots or virtual assistants. We're talking about machines that could potentially understand and respond to the subtleties of human emotion in ways that could transform everything from mental health care to customer service. Imagine a world where your smart home doesn't just adjust the temperature based on your preferences, but on your mood. Coming home stressed from work? Your AI assistant might dim the lights, play some soothing music, and suggest a relaxing activity. It's like having a personal butler who's also a trained psychologist. But this level of emotional intelligence in machines also raises some unsettling questions. If robots can understand and manipulate human emotions, could they be used as tools of unprecedented psychological manipulation? Could we see a future where emotional AI is used in interrogations or to sway political opinions? The potential for abuse is as vast as the potential for benefit. And what about the impact on human relationships? If we have machines that can provide emotional support and understanding, how will that affect our interactions with other humans? Could we see a future where people prefer the company of emotionally intelligent robots to that of unpredictable, often irrational humans? These advancements also have huge implications for the job market. While we've long been concerned about AI and robots taking over manual and cognitive tasks, emotional AI could start encroaching on jobs we thought were safely in the human domain. Could we see AI therapists, AI teachers, or even AI companions for the elderly? On the technical side, the development of emotional AI represents a huge leap forward in machine learning and neural networks. Create a machine that can accurately read and respond to human emotions requires processing power and algorithmic sophistication that pushes the boundaries of current technology. The breakthroughs made in this field could have ripple effects across the entire tech industry. As we wrap up this mind-bending journey through the cutting edge of and robotics, one thing is clear. We're entering uncharted territory. The ethical, legal, and philosophical challenges posed by these advancements are as complex as they are fascinating. We're not just creating new technologies, we're potentially creating new forms of intelligence, new types of minds. So buckle up, tech enthusiasts. The future is here, and it's got more twists and turns than a roller coaster designed by M.C. Escher. Whether you're excited, terrified, or a bit of both, one thing's for certain. The world of AI and robotics is about to get a whole lot more interesting. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be telling your grandkids about the time when robots couldn't feel emotions. Now that's a story that'll really blow their circuits. As we stand on the brink of this new era, it's up to all of us, scientists, ethicists, policymakers, and citizens, to shape the future of human-machine interaction. We need to ensure that as we push the boundaries of what's possible, we don't lose sight of what's important: our humanity, our ethics, and our responsibility to create a future that benefits all. So, are you ready for a world of emotional robots and potentially sentient AI? The future is knocking, and it's got a titanium fist and a silicon heart. Let's make sure we're ready to open that door with wisdom, caution, and a healthy dose of human creativity. After all, in the dance between human and machine, we're still leading.